welcome to a new Werewolf Online politics video. This month I'm going to discuss some issues with the current ranked system and I give possible solutions to these issues as well. The ranked issues will be divided in several videos and it's thus sort of a mini-series. For some points I don't have the best gameplay, so please forgive me for that. Also, the issues that will be discussed are not only from me, but others also contributed to this video by telling me about their issues. If you like the video, please don't forget to like it and consider subscribing. Let's go! Today's issue, aka the third issue of this series, is about the experience, the playtime and the rewards. Nowadays, those with the highest amount of XP are not always the best and smartest players, but rather the players that can sacrifice their time and play some 4 hours or more on a daily basis. This might be good for the developers and the income and the dedication, but it ruins the competition for those who would like to be rewarded for smart play without a lot of time. Since we don't want to limit the amount of games someone can play on a daily basis in ranked, I suggest a new reward system. The current rewards, besides the number 1, 2 and 3, are simply not worth playing for. Definitely not, since you can watch ads and get the same amount of gold in an hour or less. Sir Felneus suggested the current ranked reward system for the casual league and a new one for the competitive league. Although my personal suggestion will be based on the 3 leagues I mentioned earlier. For the next league, it's about qualification for the higher zones and less about the other rewards. Although I would still add some sort of reward, because otherwise people might quit ranked after they reach the requirement of the casual or the casual league, which is around 2,500 skill points. You want them to keep playing, because otherwise they will just leave it. By adding in a milestone reward system, players will continue playing for the rewards they can get. A milestone reward would be something like 100 or 200 coins, a loot box, a unique item for the avatar, or maybe even a part of a whole skin that you have completed where you have around 4 or 5,000 skill points. Of course, there should be more milestone rewards after 5,000 skill points, because otherwise the most active players will not play and for the absolute counter anymore. You can also add the current ranked reward system, but that would fit better in the high tier zone, because people on high tier might be more serious and dedicated already. In case you don't add a relative rank reward, a ranking list is not unnecessary either, and you can better add an option to see what amount of SP skill points a player has and what milestone rewards are upcoming. Then for the casual league, a good idea is to add the milestone rewards here as well. These rewards could be given for every 500 skill points that you get. So for example, you get a reward at 2,500 skill points, at 3,000, at 3,500, etc. In this league, the current absolute skill counter would also fit well, because this is still a less serious mode than the competitive mode. To finish this up, the competitive league should get 2 different ways of experience. The idea of Sir Felneus now comes in handy. Add a skill system that only gives skill points for the first 10 games or something like that. Imagine 2 different counting systems. One is the relative skill counter and the other one is the absolute skill counter. In the relative skill counter, only the first 10 games of the day would count, and in the absolute skill counter, all games are counted. With the relative skill counter, you compete with other competitive players for a nice price of gold, like we do have right now for the top 3. This would make players play even better, since they don't want to lose their first games of the day. The absolute skill counter would go infinitely and would be linked to the milestone rewards, so that players that play more than 10 games on a day can still be motivated to play, and the gain or less of skill points will be even more dynamic after the first 10 games, which is another boost of motivation. The first 10 games of the day would also count for the absolute skill counter, by the way, and should be less dynamic in my opinion, because someone might have a bad day and then their odds of winning the tournament will decrease heavily. Meanwhile, the absolute skill counter will count forever, so you will be able to repair your faults easier on the long term with the absolute skill counter. Possible issues to these solutions though. More skins have to be designed if there is a lack, at the moment at least, for the milestone rewards. If there are not a lot of skins on the market in stock, then this might be a real problem. But if you have enough skins on stock, then I think adding the milestone reward is not even a really unrealistic thing. Then, the system might be more complicated for the new players, but yeah, there are enough content creators that could explain the system, like maybe me or yeah, some other YouTubers maybe, or you could even explain it in kind of a tutorial in the game or something like that. And the third problem is that this will not fix teaming either, because people might use extra accounts in order to get the main account win the first 10 games of the day. For teaming multiplayer I will make another episode, and yeah, they will still need to punish a lot for teaming in ranked. So now it's up to you. Which idea do you like and which one do you not like? What should the next episode be about? Do you have any suggestions on the reward systems? Leave it all down in the comments. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like and subscribe. I would love to have some fresh subscribers with good ideas. In case you want to chat with me, join the Hyperhood Discord server. I revamped it recently. You can also add me on Werewolf Online. My in-game name is hypostein and my clan is hypoclan. But for now, I will see you later, and don't be a traitor. Goodbye.